Boom. Right on, man. Right on, dudes. How's it going, boys? Good to see you, everybody. Good to see you. Hey, Flash, man. Jelly Duck, member for 40 months. Holy cow, dude. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate you, brother. Very, very much, man. How's it going over in your neck of the woods there, buds? That is really cool, man. I wish they would have like more emojis, you know, for like I think it's up to 2 years, right? But I think it'd be kind of cool if there was maybe a 3-year one, a 4-year one, or whatever. That would be pretty sick. But Deadpool is like the highest level you can get. I know, that's cool, man. Really cool, brother. I really appreciate you, man. That's cool, man. Somehow I gotta figure out how to get you some hats and stuff over there. You know what I'm saying? Gotta get you a hat and shirt type thing, man. You gotta get that. Types of dwellings. I found something like highly interesting about Canada. Makes a lot of sense, but there's a lot of resources out there that we can look, and this could help us prepare, to what kind of, like what the economies are like in certain areas that we live, like where they build lots of houses or apartment buildings, or even like the commercial side of thing. Everything's kind of broken down to industrial, non-industrial, stuff like that, right? It's really interesting stuff. So what I found compared to Canada and the United States was really interesting, and I'll talk about that a bit. And then there's a chart. I just want to bring it up over here. I should also make sure. I'll double check it when I bullet it. I wanted to break down, like, there's a chart I found as well on like construction breakdown cost. You know, construction costs breakdown charts. And if I go over to images, I should be able to find it pretty. Yeah, right here. Excellent. Looked pretty bang on. So I was hoping we can kind of see it. Right, I want to blow it up as big as I can, so we can see it. But yeah, anyone who's interested in this sort of stuff. Also, too, while I'm alive and I'm available, guys, if you want to ask any questions on steel studs and drywall and all that stuff, please ask. No problem at all. I'd be happy to. Yeah, no worries, Jelly Man. No worries, brother. I hope you didn't miss me. I was just talking about you and stuff. But yeah, I appreciate you being a member for so long and stuff, bro. That's so cool, man. 40 months. That's awesome. I think the longest channel I've been a member on, it would be Tokyo Drew. I think I'm on past 3 years now, maybe. But yeah, it's been a long time. I was a member on Christina's for years. And even VCG construction for years, but yeah, I don't feel like it's kind of so busy. I didn't really have a whole bunch of time to watch YouTube. So, but yeah, it's really cool, super helpful. It helps me obviously unlock different features on my channel and stuff. So I appreciate the memberships, guys. It's really cool, man. I've been in it's just, man, I tell you, I know last stream I was telling you guys about the job that I finished back in December, I guess, and I'm just trying to get the rest of the money for it, right? And God, man, people just suck, you know that? Like, people suck, I gotta say, because this business, man, like, it's a tough one. You gotta, when you go out on your own and you're working as a contractor, right? You gotta be diligent, right? And I'm noticing a trend that the smarter you are, the less likely you are to get hired. Almost like they want stupid people. They want people that they can kind of take advantage of and push around, and maybe keep their bottom line. You know what I mean? Always like so. People who they like, it's really being overrun by like immigrants. Really, I don't know what else to say it, but they're just like, man. Not only do we have like them running, like contracting out all these jobs and stuff, but they're hiring immigrants too, right? Because you can kind of push them around. It seems like, so that's not fair to them at all. It's not fair to the clients. But yeah, and I don't have anything against them. Honest to God, I want to help protect them. I want to help them be better, right? So if they're protected, we're all protected, right? Like, there's a nasty game going on right now, and it's like, man, oh boy, they want guys who just like kind of either look the other way or this, or like, they like, or they can take advantage of and stuff, right? It's really sad, man. I remember when I first started in this business, there was a lot more integrity in it, right? And you could still do the gentleman's handshake, and it's just like, man, it's tough now. You got to really watch your back, and that's what I'm here for. Okay, guys, I'm here to help you watch your backs. It doesn't matter where you come from in the world, guys. If you're working here in America and Canada, United States, I'll do my best to help you protect yourself against greedy companies, okay? Because it's at the bottom of the line. Like, when I'm so sick of people like not being accountable to their own mistakes, right? It's crazy, But yeah, I found some crazy information just going over these charts today. I thought it would be interesting to kind of go over. This is just like a single family home breakdown of cost, right? So you can kind of see where the money goes. Broken down, like, look at that. Framing is a big part, obviously, right? Trusses and framing. I consider framing. Yeah, you're in a different world over there for sure. You are, buddy. Yeah, I know. I like, man, it would be nice to be like valued, in a sense again, right? Like, oh, I'm just so sick of it, man. Everyone just turns out to be an asshole at the end of the day. It's like, what the hell's going on with this freaking business, man? Like, yeah, God, I need to get back on this, onto something. I also got the prints for this job that I'm trying to work out, trying to help them design it to get, like, where they got to do some structural stuff. They got to add a second floor, and it's a big 200,000 square foot warehouse type of building, right? So I've been helping them try to kind of, like, their design build company, and trying to help them figure out what to do, what to get pricing for and stuff there, which is interesting. So I'll show you some of that. But yeah, if you want to go in depth into any of this stuff, guys, please leave me a comment down below. Talk to me in the chat. Like I said, I'm just kind of trying to get the cobwebs, brushed off, so I can get used to the streaming again, and I got to get back into editing and getting videos out, of course. But you guys understand, like, I've done like we'll say at least 700 videos on drywall and steel stud. And I've done almost 300, or more live streams, right? So it's like, I know some of my older videos aren't that good, so I want to like remake them and make them better, and just make better videos. But it's kind of boring, when you're just constantly putting out metal framing and drywall videos. It is really kind of boring. So I like to switch it up a little bit with these kinds of live streams and stuff like that. It would be nice to have it. Like, I really, really God, I'm trying my best. Like, what to do is, like, I want to buy land and develop it. That way I can cover everything from start to finish on jobs, guys. I think that would be really, really cool. But that sort of thing doesn't happen overnight, right? So I'm gonna try to do something along those lines. But yeah, dudes, if you're out here working in Edmonton, man, make sure to call me. Like, make sure to give me a call or shoot me an email. I'll steer you in the right direction. I'll tell you good companies to work for. I'll tell you bad companies to stay away from. Whether you're an owner, even if you want to develop a property, you get it, like, do it, or even a tenant improvement, you want to do a restaurant or something like that. I can tell you who the good guys are. I can also tell you who the guys you might want to stay away from. So yeah, if you're in Edmonton area, you're in Alberta, you want something built, please reach out to me, man. Don't hesitate. I'll help you the best I can. Yeah. So here we are today, right? So yeah, it doesn't look like I'm going to be going back and doing jobs for this other guy. I don't think I would, even if he asked me to at this point. I don't like it. Like, it's the worst thing, guys, is guys who are just like cowards, they don't talk to you, or they just kind of like ignore you or string you along. instead of telling you the straight goods, it's just so stupid, like for example, if I would have known those last two jobs would have been like the last two jobs with this guy, I wouldn't have hired a guy full time, and I would have kept all the money for myself. I wouldn't have spent thousands of dollars on tools even. I wouldn't have needed to do that, right? So just such a waste of my money and time. Like and then the guy wants to stiff me on the bill on the last bill, right? So I'm just like, man, you guys, it's just crazy. Like, when somebody tells you to do something, like change something, like when you're doing a job, it's really important to get it in writing. Okay, always tell people up front, if you want things changed from the drawings, put it in writing, send it to me in an email or a text message, doesn't matter, just have it in writing. Okay, because or you record all your phone calls, whatever. I prefer doing it by text messaging, okay, or email. So that way it's just a written written out document that has that way you have a record of everything. Okay, so one thing that I'm so sick of is like you building something to the drawings. And then the person being like, yo, I told you to do it a different way or something, and I'm like, no, you didn't. If you did, I would have did it that way, but you didn't. So, get it. Just tell people up front, if you want things done a certain way that are different from the drawings, put it in writing. Okay, very important, guys. Just put it in writing. Okay, it'll help you keep organized. Okay, and then you got to follow through. Like it doesn't matter. Like for me, as long as I build it to the drawings, and that guy didn't put it in writing or an email or something like that, there's no record of it, right? So he has no argument. So that's also protects the general contractors who want things different, or the owners who want things different, right? So just food for thought there. But yeah, I was like, if you ever notice, like if you go for a walk, if you guys are in the United States, please let me know what it's like in your area, because here in Canada, you walk around and you see all the developments. And there's a lot of apartment buildings. There's a lot of like row housing. Not a whole lot of single detached homes. And I've found like that's just been years and years of that. And it's like, why is that? It's so strange to me. And I know why. It's seriously it's a greed thing. It's like they want to stuff as many people in the smallest amount of space as possible, right, to maximize profit. So. What I noticed in Canada is actually there's a good chart. Let me pull it up right here. So you might not be able to see it, but so in Canada we're building. This is a year. Okay, so in 2024, that's this year. Okay, we're set to build just over 42,000 single detached homes. But we're going to be building 196, just over 196,000 other, which is apartment row housing. Okay, so it's crazy because 20 years ago those numbers were reversed, where it would have been 190,000 single detached homes and 40,000 apartments. Okay, so the prices of homes in Canada have like skyrocketed, and this is a reason why. We're not building single detached homes anymore, right? So the stock that we have are worth more. So our records stop at 2021. That's like, we're going on to 3 years old now, right? So it's a 2-year basically thing. Like, we're not getting, like, our Stats Canada is like really far behind, which is crazy in the digital world, but it is what it is. Yeah, but these are great. Lots of stuff going on here. I feel like like here we go. Here's a chart. So you can see housing starts, right? So single detached, multiples, semi-detached, row housing, and apartment condos. We'll say, right? So it's crazy. So single detached 17,000, apartments 40,000, just over 40,000. Okay, and then you got multiples, which would be like duplexes. We got 50,000 duplexes, semi-detached only 2,400, row housing 7,269. So you can see the big money, the big builds are apartments. They're building lots of apartments. And that's crazy. So the rents are really high nowadays, and yeah, there's missing data all over the place. Believe it or not. This is 2022, 2023, 2023, right? So we're not into even 2024 yet on this, right? But it's really interesting. So if I go, can I even select 2024 here? I don't know. Let's see here. No, you can't even select 2024 yet. But so what I was seeing though in the United States though is they're still maintaining a solid like they're still building more single detached homes, right? The American dream is still well and alive. The Canadian, however, the Canadian dream is dying. It's dying really rapidly. So we need to build more single detached homes. And I'm planning out what I want to do with my life, and I want to leave the world a better place, obviously. And so I want to start developing land, building single detached homes, like custom homes. You're basically guaranteed to sell them. Like you're going to sell them as long as you can get them built within a reasonable cost, right? That you're going to make some money. Canada, I know we've been going on a nosedive, and this is not just this government. This government we have, this current government, is pretty bad. Like they've really sped the problem up a lot. But you can tell exactly what country the WEF, like the World Economic Forum, which country like they have their teeth into is definitely Canada. Their motto we'll all be renters and none of us will own anything and we'll all be happy, right? So it's quite evident that Canada is falling prey to this whole globalist agenda because we have the most land out of any country in the world to build on, and yet we're building like 10 times, like not 10 times, but we're building a lot more apartments than we are houses. Like, how do you start a family in an apartment, right? Like, how do you start a family? Like, when there's no homes, like single detached homes to buy, to actually raise a family in. Like, how do you do that, right? So, yeah, we need to, like, looking at these numbers, all hail China, right? Yeah, Hylos. That's so true, yeah. Like we call ourselves China even, it's really crazy. You got these big corporations trying to capitalize on this, and it's the subscription service, like renting. It's all, like the software subscription service. Okay, everyone knows you're going to make way more money with a subscription service than to pay one over, right? So it's really really scary, guys. So yeah, basically what I want to do is I want to build houses. I want to build homes that families can come and start a life in, and just feel good about myself, right? I don't want to make crazy amounts of money. I don't want to be making profit is what it's about, of course. But I'm not greedy. I want to do something that's good for this world. Like I don't want to be like a greedy corporation, right? So yeah, Hylos, man, where are you from, buddy? It's really interesting. So you can see here in Saskatchewan's the prairies. They're really they're building not a whole lot over there in the prairies, and even Manitoba is quite low. Alberta, I'm just surprised. I thought there would be more going on in Alberta than there is, but it looks to be the same as there is in Ontario, right? Like Quebec and BC are pretty like they're building more in Quebec and BC, which is interesting. Because BC is interesting because like there's the Rocky Mountains and there's a lot of forest and like there's lots of stuff there, right? But yeah, I would have thought for sure Alberta would have been higher than that. But it's interesting to look at this stuff. There's so much data for pretty much anything you want, right? If you look, there's a chart. Let me see if I can find this chart. Actually, it should be. Let me just look. Where are we? Yeah. So housing starts, right? So, if there was one, yeah, I think it's housing starts by type. So this is where you can start to see the change. So the blue line being apartments and the orange being single detached. Right, so single detached used to be higher, and it's literally crossed like this. So now it's like apartments are up and the single detached homes are down. Okay, they literally like the actual numbers are reversed if you look once you look at the exact numbers. So and if you slow it down to even when our PM just came into office, let's go right. Right, it's about there. Yeah. So right when our RPM came into office, you can see the dip, right? And it goes up a little bit, but now it's on quite a nosedive there because that was the COVID years. But hey, what's up, Will Cord? What's up, man? The Discord? No? Oh, weird. Let me see. Hey, holy cow, man. Hilos, brother. That's awesome, man. I appreciate you, bro.
Thanks for the super chat, eh, Hoser?
Nice, man. Nice. With the $50 super chat. Man, Ian, thank you very much. That's very generous of you. Good gracious, man. You need something, you let me know, bro. You email me, whatever. Reach out. I got you, man. No problem. That's great. I think that's the first time I've seen that sticker. That's great. Yeah, holy cow. That's awesome, man. Appreciate that, bro. Yeah, so if we go to Discord, I don't know. It's in the description. The Discord link is in the description. But you see the Logan Paul hoodie? Where? Do I have that here still? This is not Logan Paul. This is Nerd City. I actually haven't worn a Logan Paul hoodie in years, but I do have Maverick hoodies. They're the most comfortable hoodies, believe it or not. Because I was testing out all their clothes too while I was designing my clothing line, and yeah, his clothing was really comfortable. So, but yeah, I haven't worn a Logan Paul hoodie in forever. Oh, the alerts. Oh, that's right. Yes, that's right. Oh, my God.
Yeah, all right, I'm going to get me some Tim Hortons.
That's right. Yeah. Duh, Chris. That's right. Yeah, that is the Maverick. Yeah, that's right. Right on, man. No, but Hylos, I appreciate you, man. That's amazing, dude. This is a signed Mr. Beast shirt, too, signed by Mr. Beast. He also promised to never sign any more shirts again. So this is like, I kind of wanted to put it in a frame, and I still might, but but yeah, signed Mr. Beast. I got lots of YouTuber merch like Team Smoke and Live Streaming Pros and VCG Construction and lots. I got everything Nerd City has ever put out. But no, that was really nice. I appreciate that, house. Excuse me. Oh. But yeah, so I like to kind of mess around and look at the charts and see what's going on. Because I know like we're talking yeah, dude, and the thing is, Jelly Duck, that signed Mr. Beast shirt, it could have been signed from any one of his team, but he was doing a charity, and I was like, oh man, I donated a whole bunch. And I bought the shirt and something like that. I was like one of the first 50 to order. So I think that might have helped my chances. But yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, I was really happy to get that because it could have been from anyone in the team really because they were all signing shirts. But I think he started off signing them, and then then they kind of came in after. But oh, that's great, man. I can show you guys too. While we're here, this is the job that I'm working on. So it's a recreation center, and you can kind of here. Let me blow it up a little bit more here. Kind of see what's going on here. But yeah, this is a nice proposal. You can see the project space is half the building, so 200 square feet, right? So, man, oh man, Hylos again with the 1999. Wow, dude, that's really crazy cool, man. I appreciate you, man. Again,
thanks for the super chat, eh, Hoser?
That's dope, man. Thank you very much. I really, really appreciate that, brother. That's super cool, man. Super, super cool. But yeah, man, like, dude, if you need anything, Hylos, reach out, email me, man. I'll help you with anything you need. Yeah, if you need help pricing a job or learning how to bid something or just whatever, man, build something, no worries. No worries, man. Just reach out, dude. But yeah, that is very cool. Oh, I didn't know. See, I can heart these too, eh? Hey, that's pretty cool. I dig that. I dig that a lot, man. But nah, yeah, dude. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that. I think too, if it look on the bottom, it'll say it should add it up in total. Oh yeah, but yeah, that's good. That's right on, dude. I appreciate that. Yeah, Maverick is what it was called. Yeah, brother. So you can see here. This is a it's a rec center, but it's like ping pong or table tennis, basketball courts. Looks like there's like an indoor soccer field, few tennis courts in there. It looks like a pool maybe. But then we got to put a second floor as well on this back section here, which is I suggested we go with calm floor, right? Which will be good, interesting because I haven't worked with calm floor in a while, but I haven't done structural in a while. And so this is gonna be nice. I want to start doing some more base building stuff, guys. I'm really sick of doing interiors. Like I like doing the interior stuff. Sure, it's all good, but I want to do more structural stuff. I need a break from the inside interior, like the taping and stuff. Of course, base building taping. You're gonna tape it ready for paint, but won't always go to paint. Before like the tenant will come in and do the improvement, and then they'll do the touch ups, right? But yeah, you can see the hanging bulkhead there, the cloud we call it. Hey, what's up, Tokyo Drew, my man? How you feel, brother? I seen you're out of the hospital. So yeah, I don't know if anyone knew, if any of you guys like Jelly Duck, Tokyo Drew, man. He's like highly unfortunate, diagnosed with lung cancer. It's awful. We're gonna be doing a fundraiser for him too soon. Like I said, Drew, I've been I've been working on. I haven't had a paycheck in like 3 months, so I'm kind of like I'm just working. I took time off to do the documentary, and I still haven't paid for the jobs I finished in December, but I got this job. It should be starting this week, so I need to get some money together. But yeah, we're gonna run a fundraiser for Tokyo Drew because he's got to pay for certain things out of pocket. Like when he goes to the hospital, he's got to pay for the room and stuff like that. So we want to try to help him out as best we can. That's what we do here on YouTube, right? So, but yeah, no, he's a really good dude. We've known him for so long. And yeah, just want to do what we can, and I'll let everybody know when we're doing that. I'll like schedule it in a week in advance, and I'll tell everybody. So, but yeah, good to see you, brother. I'm so happy to see you, man. That's so nice of you. I'm sorry to bring that up. I know you probably didn't want to come here and be reminded of all that but I just kind of wanted to say something because I know Jelly Duck, right? He's here now and whatnot. But yeah, this is the job that I'm working on. And it's nice being like in the planning things, right? Oh, bro, yeah, you know it, my man. Absolutely, guys. I know you guys keep me like this YouTube thing is what keeps me sane. Honest to God, like knowing that I can come back here and like just always see you guys safe. The kids go to good schools, but it does get lonely, and depressing. So, but yeah, it's nice YouTube, man. It's the place. But yeah, this place is big. Like, there's like the bar area there, like probably like just like a, I don't know, whatever kind of. It's not like an alcohol bar, but probably get wheatgrass drinks or something. I don't know, but no, it's gonna be nice open space here. We're gonna be doing the first thing to do is a demising wall. So if you can kind of imagine, actually, I think it's right. Yeah, it's right. See these graphics on the this right side of the wall here. So that's a 30 feet high, 240 feet long, and that's the demising wall I'll be starting with. Is that one along there? So supposed to be starting that this week, and it's gonna be great. We're gonna have 2 scissor lifts, one for each side. I should be able to frame it in 2 days, 3 days maybe, and then the drywall is going to take drywall taping, insulation will take a little bit of time, but yeah, it's a 70. What did I say? It's a $70,000 wall, right? So that's a big job just on itself. Just that one wall is a $70,000 wall, right? So Oh, it'll be good to kind of get back in doing those big stuff again for a bit. Um, and then yeah, hopefully with any luck, I'll be the general, like the superintendent for the general as well on this job. And there might be more than one going ahead. So that's really good. That's really cool, man. I super appreciate that. Plus, I think it's been a minute too since I got a super chat actually. I think David was the last one to give me one too, but that's really nice of you, man. I super appreciate it. Yeah, I'm gonna stream lots more, guys. I finally figured out how to stream from site and actually do a good quality stream by using Prism, right? Live Studio, so that's cool. Yeah, man. So I know for the longest time they were kind of like sketchy, like choppy and whatnot, but that's because I was going right from my phone to YouTube. But if you use software like Prism Live Studio from your phone, it's really uh, it's really nice. It gives you really cool like beautiful streams, so good quality. So, but thank you again, Hylos. Appreciate you, man. Oh, sorry, I just hit the microphone. But yeah, actually, it's true. Have you seen the studio here? Before I go back on, I don't know if you've seen the studio lately, man. But got rid of chatbot, Nightbot, you mean? Or no? Yeah, what's going on with that? No, I didn't get rid of it. But you're right, it wasn't working earlier. Where is Nightbot? It might not be working though. That's all. But if I go hashtag commands, right, it should come up. There you go. So there's the list of commands right there for Stream Elements. Open link in new tab. Okay, yeah, so it's still there. So if I switch back over. Yeah, you know I will, Drew. 100%. Actually, I already have the notification on for your stream. I'm sure it was your stream. I put the notification on, so I will be there, my man. You bet. But yeah, so yeah, there's the commands. There's the list of commands there. No, I do have I don't know where Nightbot is. I still have Nightbot. I just don't know where it is, man. That's crazy. Oh yeah, you bet, Jelly Duck. No worries, man. Thanks for coming by, brother. No, I appreciate you guys, man. That's awesome. That is awesome. But no, that's crazy. Hylos is super chatting the heck out of me, or super stickering me. I love it, man. That's super nice of you, bro. Super nice. No, I'm sure I got Nightbot too. It just might not be working right now. I'll have to look. It's been a while since like I was saying, I took some time off to get that documentary done, but I'll check it out. But yeah, you still right here. The Demising Wall is going to be just running right down the middle here, so it's pretty neat, pretty good stuff. But if I look here, is this what I want? Yeah, this is it. So the drawings are lacking for sure. Are lacking in details. No, they always ran together. But oh, that's not the one. There's got to be another one. Housing charts cleaned. Housing charts cleaned. Huh. No, I might have forgot to send it over to this, but yeah, interesting. That's the next job anyway. But holy cow. If we go back to here. Yeah, that's strange. Yeah, I wonder where. Good thing you mentioned that. I'm gonna look into that after and see what's up with that. So. Oh yeah, so here, housing construction type. So I'm actually quite surprised that the modular and the panel construction didn't really pick up. Like there was a small trend there for a while, but it didn't really pick up. See how it went up, or that's like 1979. There was a big dip back in like late 60s, early 70s. Panel design, manufactured homes. But if you look down here, like Texas builds a lot of manufactured homes. Like and the like Florida is even quite high, but Texas though is like, hey Midwest. I'm in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada myself. But yeah, I'm in Edmonton, Alberta right now, and I work pretty much anywhere in Canada. I'm from Toronto originally, but yeah, I've been out here for quite a while. Yeah. So that's where I'm at. We do a lot of work in Alberta, for anywhere from Lethbridge down south all the way up to Fort McMurray in the north. We do work, right? So we go to the mountains, even Jasper, Camrose, even work down there. We have done jobs all over. So that's another thing too. Like sometimes you gotta travel a little bit. It's nice. It's nice to travel and do jobs. When like there's small TIs. You go and you spend a night somewhere, and it takes you a day to frame a place. And then you go to drywall tape and stuff. You stay up for maybe a week or whatever, but it's not too bad. You're not away from the family too long or whatnot. It's just nice like breaks kind of in between, right? So. But no, that's great, man. That is great. Yeah, I'm surprised though. Like manufactured homes, in 479,000. We'll say 480,000, almost. Oh, yeah, all right, Indianapolis. Hey, right on, man. I've been to Indianapolis for sure. Absolutely. No, I've been to the Indianapolis 500. I've been there once or twice. I've been to that race. But yeah, yeah, my folks, they have a place in Fort Lauderdale. We used to have one in Miami and in oh God, where else? Somewhere else, but I forget. Somewhere outside of Daytona. But anyways, yeah, it was. Yeah, I've been through the states a little bit, but mainly over on the east side, right? But third year, that's great, brother. Good for you, man. Yeah, you're almost there. Yeah, you're almost there. Right on. Yeah, I miss that. We don't have any like, we're lacking in the car racing up here. Like I love watching like races, but yeah, we don't get a whole lot of that out here anymore. We used to have a track here in Edmonton. They took that away. It's gone. And I'm wondering, I think they still race in Toronto, but I'm not 100% sure. In Jersey, yeah. Maybe that's funny because my grandfather's from New Jersey, eh? Yeah, he was born in New Jersey. He's a Jersey boy. Was a Jersey boy. But yeah, he moved out of there. He moved to Toronto, Toronto, Canada. And I think Sammy is New Jersey as well. So I think he's New Jersey. He's upstate New York or something, man. I can't remember. It's a song lyrics. I gotcha. But yeah, so you can see here percent of family units built 1992 to 2018. So site built still 95% of the market, right? So you get those like modular and panelized jobs are less than 5%, or we'll say 5% of the market, right? That's not a lot. That's not a whole lot at all. But I did want to say I wanted to see if there was a comparison, just to kind of show you guys, because like I'm telling you, man, in Canada we're building so many more apartments than we are single detached homes now. Like I would say 1, 2, 3, 4 times more, 4 to 5 more times more apartments than single detached homes. But the United States is still keeping up. Like the American dream, man. Like they're still building lots of houses down there. And there's no excuse why we're not building houses here. It's crazy. We got the land. We got the we got the resources, right? There definitely certain thing that's happening here too. Is there's a shift in like high schools and in the market where we're really lacking training for our trades. So we really need mentorship. The baby boomers are all retiring, right? They're going to be gone. Like you got maybe a year or two, they're going to be gone. Okay, and we're going to need mentors, man. So guys like myself who are trying to help and teach, man, that's going to be pretty valuable. I think like we really need more training and support for trades. It's crazy. So I spend a lot of time with this data because I'm like lobbying the government and the unions and stuff like that, blah blah blah, trying to get fair wages and blah blah blah, whatever, right? So there's a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, we're gonna have another school boom here in Alberta, which is fantastic because when there's a when the state or the province decides to build lots of schools. That's great because it eats up a lot of workers, right? So then all the commercial, residential rates go up and it gets busy. It booms. Like schools are the bomb. When they decide to put money in schools and hospitals, that's really good for the economy. I don't know where the fuck they're getting their money. Yeah, right. So and that's another thing. So they get it from treasury bonds. That's where they get the money from. So it's like the fact that you think that the taxpayers fund the government, that's an illusion, right? What funds the government is treasury bonds and printing money. So that's how they get the money. You know, they just make you think that it's your taxes paying them so that you feel like you have control, but you really don't have control. So yeah, that's how they get the money. Oh yeah, the container houses. Yeah, I had a buddy too who for the longest time we were trying to design container houses and stuff. That was his dream. He wanted to build container homes, but it became trendy, and all of a sudden the containers became more expensive, right? So it wasn't really viable anymore, right? No, they would be warm weather, like warm climate stuff, right? But yeah, it would work good for certain things, right? Like you could heat them, but it's going to cost them a little bit to heat stuff like that, right? I'm just trying to scroll down here, see if I can find something here. Look at that 20-foot prefab detachable container house. Like, look at that. Like pop-up stores and restaurants and stuff like that, right? That's kind of what I'm thinking. But I'm still kind of blown away by Hylos, man. I appreciate those super chats so much, man. Like, really do. Really, from my heart, man. Like, it's going to help a lot. Really, actually is. But yeah, look at this. Like, this is also how they're building, like, these homeless encampments now, too. Like, they're trying to build, like, container-type, housing for, temporary housing for, like, the homeless. There's a lot of homeless nowadays. Like, it's crazy, man. The streets are full of homeless people. So they're trying to build things like this, and we do need stuff like this because we can't build houses fast enough to put everyone in now. So we definitely need some sort of temporary stepping stone, right, for people, right? It's crazy. Like, yeah, like look at that. Like, man, like, that's exactly what they're looking like. Exactly what the these homeless shelters are going to look like. 24-hour shelters, right? It's like, wow, man. I know it looks like concentration campy and ghetto-y, you know, but it's what are you gonna do, right? Like, and of course, government funded. What? Like, look at this. What is going on here? Like, what is that? I'm sorry, but what is this complex here? Like, what is this all about? That's crazy to me. Doesn't that look nuts? Like, what are they doing? What are they doing? Who are they putting in these places? Like, is this just a big ghetto, like concentration camp type thing? Like, what is that? They don't even got real grass. It's just AstroTurf. right? So that's interesting too. Yeah, that's wild, man. It's got a little bathroom there. So no shower or bathtub or anything, right? Just or is that a shower in the corner there? That's like a stand-up shower in the corner there, right? Yeah, re-education centers. Yeah, yeah, right. That's true. That's facts right there. But I tell you, man, if I was a single guy, young or whatever, what is wrong with something like that? You know what I mean? Like, shit, save money. Try to save money. Like, that's the thing, man. Trying to live above your means when you're young is just the stupidest mistake you can make. Like, just have some patience and save some money. And man, we're so lucky. Like, it's funny. Like, before when we were renters, we never had money. We were living paycheck to paycheck. But as soon as we own our own house, we were like always had money. It's so strange how that works. Office and accommodation, hotel. But yeah, look at that expandable container house, container shop, flat pack container house, detachable container house, prefab K house, K house, not K hole, K house. Interesting. But yeah, like that's the thing. Like we definitely like definitely see like advantages to these sort of things for sure, right? But I really am missing the whole like we really got to build more houses, single detached houses for families to grow in here. You know, in Canada specifically, it's just so sad what's going on. But I could kind of see like if you got like a lot on a trailer park, could you put one of these? You know what I mean? Like type thing, right? You know what I mean? Oh yeah, yeah, interesting. I mean, too, like you could just if you bought a land and you're gonna build your own house, you could plop one of these on. If it was cheaper than a trailer, right? I mean, you got trailers like little trailers. It doesn't have to be a big trailer. If you're just building your house, you got a piece of property, you know, like that would be it, right? Yeah, all stand up showers. But dude, that's my mission, guys. Like, I want to secure a piece of land and I want to build a house on it. Like, not for me, not yet, but I want to build it and sell it. That's what I want to do. This year. I'm gonna do everything I can to make this happen. I want to start developing land, developing my own jobs. I don't want to be the subcontractor anymore. I'm sick of being like I'm just sick of people like dealing with people. I treat people fair. I pay everyone who works for me. I pay. Okay. I'm honest with my people. I don't ignore them. I tell them straight up. Listen, this is it. This is that. Blah blah blah. I'll tell you as soon as I know. I tell. As soon as I get paid, you get paid. Even sometimes not. Like all those jobs that we did in December. Everyone's paid except for me, right? I paid all my guys. Where's my money, right? Buddy's trying to rip me off. He's playing games, and that just burns my ass, man. Yeah, that's all right, man. That's cute. But yeah, like I was saying, they got uses, right? There are uses for them. Interesting though. But yeah, it's like, man, you got four kids and a wife. You can't live in anything like that. That's for sure, right? Other than that, how you been, Professor X? How you been, man? It isn't quite incredible though. Like when you're building all these schools and you're seeing them be built and the materials that are going in, they use high end materials. Like they're not that easy to build. Like they're specified, heavily specified, fire rated, sound rating. Like yeah, like there's all these details in schools. You got to really pay attention. Lots of heavy gauge, 5/8, abuse board. Like yeah, like they're really something. Like even hospitals too, really heavily specced. Good materials. Like man, when I first moved out west, that's what I did was hospitals and laboratories and stuff. Man, I learned so much because like back in Ontario, you had to be union to do that. You couldn't go near any of those jobs if you weren't union. So yeah, man, when I moved out here, there's no unions here. So yeah, I was able to do all these cool jobs and learned a lot. It was crazy. That's right. Yeah, you're right, Professor X. Those last two comments you made are both correct. But even besides like setting aside the indigenous culture, like the treaties and stuff like that, setting that all aside, we have a lot of land, and you're right, it's not being utilized. We are literally being taken over by greedy corporations, man. It's just very disturbing. Like, man, it's really awful. We need to pick it up, fix it. Holy shit, man. Brother, man, that's amazing, dude. Thank you so much. Shit, man. I don't know. I owe you something, man. You should send me an email. I'll send you a hat or something. Go to my store, man. Kronies.store. Pick out a shirt and a hat, bro. I'll send it to you. Okay, you got to get something for that for sure, man. Seriously, send me an email, chris@constructioncronies.com. I'll send you. This is my clothing line, dude. Just go to cronies.store. Pick out a couple shirts and a hat, man. Tell me your size. I'll send them to you, man. No problem. Don't matter as long as you're in Canada, the United States. Then if you're like in Australia or Japan or something like that, I've never sent anything over there, but I'll try to. But yeah, no, seriously, that's a very nice of you. Thank you very, very much. Oh, I think I screwed that one up.
All right, I'm gonna go get me some Tim Hortons.
Yeah, right on. Yeah, no, that's really cool, man. Appreciate you, brother. That's sick, man. That's really, really cool. Wow. Yeah, nobody's spoiled me like that before. That's really nice of you, man. I've been let's see here. Do I got a quote? This is a quote here. Oh, this is for the materials. Yeah, so yeah, that 240-foot long wall, the materials are going to cost $27,000. I put 28,500 for wages. Now I remember back when I first started doing this stuff, like God knows, like decades ago. It used to be like 70% wages, 30% materials, and now it's like 50% 50, like 50/50, and sometimes it's like completely backwards where it's 70% materials, 30% wages, even like. Man, it's like it's a tough business, guys. It's you got to be really smart with what you're doing, and hire the right trades and have good quality control. Just like you got to be on the ball. Man, if anyone wants to hire me, I would totally like travel too to help you build stuff. Like man, anywhere in Canada, I'll go right now. Okay, I got to get a new passport to get down to the States. I still got to do that. So that's a bit of a process. I got to find a notary. Like that's a bit of an issue, but because they want a notary that's known you for a certain amount of time, I think, and stuff. And that might be difficult because my lawyer's retired. I haven't needed a lawyer forever, so like he's retired. I don't even know where he is nowadays, but I'm sure I could find somebody, but. I only order myself from one supplier. I will get quotes from other people sometimes just to verify the numbers to make sure that my guy isn't playing any fast ones on me. But no, most of the time, so I'll look into that. That's a good call. I'll check into that and see. Because yeah, I got a bank. Yeah, for sure I do. Yeah. Oh, that is awesome. Wow, I'm just like flattered, like Hylos, man, spoiling me. That's great, man. That was really nice. Yeah, my wife will really happy about that. But yeah, damn it, man, that documentary costed quite a bit of time and money too, and that's just that won't make any money. That's just to try to help the world a little bit with exposing some stupidity that's going on, right? But man, oh man, that's cool. But no, I deal with I deal with foundation building materials. So FBM, they're in the States as well. Yeah, but foundation building materials is who I deal with. When I do the giveaways too, they like when I did that big giveaway there, they helped me out with the prices of the leather pouches and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I know the guys over there are pretty good, and yeah, I try to Oh well, okay. If you, it's up to you, man. I don't mind, but I like to train people, and it's funny. Like, yeah, I train apprentices to the point where they go off on their own and stuff and make their own money and do their own piecework and stuff. Because I never really wanted to build a company either, right? So, like, not that kind of company, but it's nice. Like, I really enjoy teaching, and I'm trying to get better at it. It's funny because like sometimes you get caught off, like like there's this one video. It's just it gets me all the time because we're talking about corners, and I was talking about four studs in a corner. And the reason why I was talking about four studs in the corner is because somebody it was a live stream, just a snippet out of a live stream, and somebody was asking me if they could use four studs in a corner, and I'm like, oh yeah, you can if you want. And then I was trying to explain why you might want to and stuff like that. And of course, everyone's calling me, oh, you never put four studs in a corner. It's like, well, no, hardly ever. You're right, but somebody had asked me to about it, and so I was explaining it to them. But yeah, anyways, I have but just all the making mistakes is how you learn, and teaching and stuff like that, and trying to show people stuff, and it's tough when you're trying to make videos and work at the same time and stuff. You can get flustered and kerfuffled, and like, yeah, it's just like, oh man. Comments can be pretty harsh, but I could say 99% of my comments are super nice. They're just asking straight up questions or saying thanks or whatever. It's just that like 1% you get like comments. It's like, oh, that's a bummer, but no, most people are really good, really nice. So, oh, that's awesome, man. No, I really appreciate that brother. So, what kind of jobs you got on the go, guys? I find it just amazing though, like how much information is available out there. Uh, but you're cheap, you framing wood. That's so funny. Isn't it like pretty much the same price though nowadays? Like it should be pretty much the same, I think, isn't it? But then again, I don't know. Steel might have went up now because of the oil, right? Especially with the now in Canada too, we got this carbon tax, which is it's really killing our economy, man. It's the inflation is crazy. Oh, here we go. Is that gonna work? Let's see if I can refresh that. Hmm. Okay, maybe not. Construct Construct Connect, guys, is a really good site for the United States and Canada. But yeah, Construct Connect has a lot of good information. What is another one? Construction Specifications Institute does good stuff. Um, Construction died. I can't to remember here. There's another one. I wonder if I had pulled it up here at all. Construction Physics. ConstructionPhysics.com is a good one. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, steel stud is good. Like, when you're even like you're doing basements and stuff like that, the steel stud's good. Um, the steel stud houses, I will admit, they're a little. I think if we were to stick build them on site, that would be better. But yeah, construct connect, yeah. I feel like if we were to use like iron and concrete properly with these steel stud houses, it would be go way better. Um, like and then stick build them on site. But the way they do them with panels, it doesn't work because it like the foundations are traditional like wood stick built foundations. And they're not square. They're not level. Like it's just like the elevations are off, right? Like it just doesn't work because like you do your bottom plate and you can get that square and get your elevation set, but these steel guys don't know how to do that, right? So I remember going in and we built like 6 steel stud houses, and I right from the start, from day one, I showed them, listen, you got to get a plate, and you got to get it square, and I'm trying to tell them how to do it get the foundation set properly, right? And no, they go right steel to the concrete, and then by the time they get up to the trusses, nothing's lining up, and it's just, oh my god, the floors, even like the steel stud floors are off, and then they try to put concrete board on. Well, it's like you guys seen them. I've done lots of live streams like just like cutting them all up, right? But yeah, that would be. I'm not going to build houses with steel stud. I'm going to build them with like traditional ways. Maybe I do want to mix like some commercial techniques with the residential, and do them a little bit differently. But like for example, if you could imagine this, like to build a nice house, and on the front, but on the back you got the red iron and glass and glazing, and you can do rain screen systems. Boom, metal roofs, like I definitely would do metal roofing and try to do as much like ACM and metal cladding, try to do as much of that as I could, like high end exteriors and structure, right? That way the house will last forever, and then people are always renovating their interiors, so you don't have to go so crazy on the interior. Yeah, and that too. Yeah, like the concrete guys as well. But that's the thing. Like they're using those like just traditional foundation cowboys. You know what I mean? Like they're not like they go in with their forms and like come on, man. Like it's too funny because like houses built in the last 25 years are not as good a quality as they used to be. Right? It's just people are getting paid less money. The workers are getting paid less money, and that's just the reality. And so you're not getting as good a quality, right? But you get what you pay for. That's as simple as that. You get what you pay for. There's no that'll always be true. But oh, that was really cool, man. Yeah, I feel good. I feel good streaming. I hope it sounds good. Hope you guys can hear me nice and clear and everything. And it's kind of like got a side. I just wanted to check this out a little bit. That's the side view. That's looking a little funky, eh? But I gotta get in. I think I'm gonna change the lens on that one. The overhead view. Did I show you that one? Yeah, the overhead view. But yeah, they use the curve 2x4 on the. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I know they don't check to see which way like the knots are, like they don't check to the oh God, what's that called, brother? They don't check to line up all the like the stress like in them. What do you call that? I can't believe I forgot what that is. Now you check to see where the bow is, right? And then you want to make sure they're matching them up. God, and hopefully they're straight. Like, but yeah, you do get woods, but yeah, yeah, maybe. Yeah, you know what? That could be it too. I don't know why it buffers, but I wonder if it is something to do with that. Yeah, YouTube injecting commercials. I wonder if that's what's going on sometimes. I don't know. But yeah, I get an error on here sometimes, and the buffering totally sucks. Yeah, but yeah, I can't stream too long because my daughter's sick inside, and she's home alone. So I just want to. I did want to come on for at least I'll stay on for a little bit longer, but I'm gonna finish my coffee and slowly shut her down. But yeah, I let me get a chair here. I'm gonna sit down for a second. But oh yeah, you can see like this is my first hard hat. Right, so this was my first hard hat when I came out west and started working in like the big commercial and industrial stuff. But yeah, you can kind of see. I got all my hard hats. I have every single hard hat I ever owned. I have it still. They're all up in the loft here, but I still have every hard hat. This one saved my life. You can see this crack right here is from I was doing steel stud, and I'm literally like underneath an iron worker, and he dropped a big bolt, like a 3/4 inch bolt from like 3 stories above, and it just went bing, and it hit the hat and it cracked it, but it went bing and shut off. So I was really lucky to have this kind of hard hat too. It saved my freaking life, man. But yeah. But yeah, Jesus, man, I do have all my hard hats. I have another hard hat too. It was cracked by somebody dropping something on me too, and it's funny, like like when you're working iron workers, you got to watch out for those guys. Like they're the most dangerous guys to work around because they don't tell you that they're above you. You'll just be sitting there working, and all of a sudden sparks will start falling down on you. You'll be like, oh shit, man, what the hell? Don't look up. Don't look up. You'll get the spark in the face. I remember, no, I didn't kick his butt. I was still I was young and still green at that time. So, that was back in, well, I wasn't that green, but I mean, I was green on these bigger jobs. I did do some industrial stuff back in Toronto in sprinkler fitting, but that was different. You're kind of working alone on a lift in big warehouses. But this was a hospital, actually. But yeah, he's like, hey, sorry, bud. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm just going to leave until you're done. But, then I was walking across the roof one time, and there was a guy up on some scaffolding having a hairy canary and decided to kick a stack of 2x6s. Or, maybe 2x4s, sorry. I think they were using them as toe boards. And he kicked a stack of freaking 2x4s, and he was like 3 stories up. And I remember they come crashing down right in front of me, and this was a scaffolder. Now that guy, he had to run because I chased him. But he had to run, that guy, because I was gonna kill him. Iron workers but I'm a steel guy, so what are you talking about? I'm steel drywall. How could they be? They use cranes to lift their stuff, man. They don't do any of the lifting. Steel stud guys, we actually do the lifting. Drywallers, we do the lifting. Iron workers, they don't lift anything. All they gotta lift is a spud wrench and carry a bunch of bolts and nuts and bolts. But they're rough, yeah. They can be rough, yeah. I ran a crane for an iron company, like a structural steel company, for a while, and the problem with that is they hired me and I wasn't an iron worker. So the iron workers were pissed off and hated me because that's what they generally do. They graduate from being a journeyman iron worker to crane operator, right? So the journeymen who worked for the company, they were mad at me because I shouldn't have technically been able to do the job. But the guys who hired me, that's why they hired me, because they didn't want to promote any of their good journeyman iron workers into the position. So I was like, oh man. But I ended up leaving the company because I didn't want to get involved in the drama, and I didn't want to get my ass kicked. Oh God, yeah, good old times, good old days, man. But yeah, I definitely, that's what we're doing, man. we're gonna buy some property, some land, start developing. Like I do houses, I do commercial buildings, whatever, man, whatever. I just want to be a developer. I'm sick of being the subcontractor. I want to be the general contractor, the prime contractor, but I want to be like the owner, like design build type stuff, right? That's what I want to do. I spent so much time in school learning this stuff, like the contracts and the management side of things and all the codes and the laws and everything. You know, I just I wanna put it to use. I love this business. I love building things. You know, the part I don't like is having to like rely on other people for money. You know, that's the part I don't like. You know, at least when you're at the high end, like you're gonna get your money, right? Like you're gonna get paid from whoever buys your building, basically, right? And yeah, it's just at this level. I went from like a second tier subcontractor to a subcontractor, and I just like I'm just so like so over it now, you know. Hey Victor, yeah sure. So Victor X there, how do you determine your labor cost in a cost breakdown? So yeah, man, it just depends on like it depends really. So first of all, be careful with your cost breakdowns. Just right off the bat, be careful with that. If you don't break down too much information to people, okay? But depending on the type of work you do, you gotta basically build yourself a spreadsheet, okay? And it doesn't have to be this complicated, but it helps when you're especially when you're first starting out. But you gotta build a spreadsheet. You gotta list all of your expenses. So what I do is I have formulas for everything, and I have a spreadsheet for everything, like for all that I plug in on how many hours it'll take me to do something, and it spits out the estimate. But what you got to do is you got to make sure you calculate everything. Percentage for safety, percentage for materials, like material handling, everything, like your takeoffs and your layouts and everything that takes time, and you gotta plan that accordingly. So that will also come in your in like you're bidding a job. The general requirements is going to tell you how much paperwork is involved in the job, right? So if you got to do submittals and safety reports and blah 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 or whatever, okay, like that should all be told to you up front how much they need, so you can take that bid. Take the bid package and the drawings and give them a number. It should be straightforward. But if it's just like say a TI, I'll break it down to type of work. So the steel stud framing, I'll do it by the linear foot. I'll do most steel stud framing I do linear foot. Some stuff I do by the square foot. So exterior steel, I'll do by the square foot, but the parapets that are exterior, I'll do by the linear foot. And it just basically how much you'll do it for, right? So you got to know what you're worth and what you're willing to work for. Drywall, I'll separate everything. I'll have a price for drywall. I'll have a price for steel stud. I'll have a price for insulation. I'll have a price for taping, price for T-bar. Price for even the framing, I'll break it down to bulkheads, ceilings, like partition walls or interior partitions, and depending on the heights of each type, because some walls will go all the way to deck, some walls will be like 6 inches above T-bar. Okay, so you got to break down everything in the job and put a price to it, right? Does that make sense? Just break it all down, man. Everything you're bidding on, everything you're pricing, break it all down for yourself, and then just give the person the quote, one price, one lump sum, right? Unless you're working for a big company or you're like, then they'll give you a cost breakdown sheet that you just follow the instructions. The big jobs, there's going to be instructions to bidders included in the bid packages, and you basically just follow the instruction to bidders and the general requirements, and you'll be good, right? Most big companies will already have a spreadsheet for you to follow for their cost breakdowns, okay? But everything you need to do, you got to put in there. So if it's out of town, gas money, hotels, LOA, food, like all your expenses. Like even if you're like for me, like I'm always supplying. Yeah, keep scan, monitor all your receipts, bank accounts. It's entirely possible you're overlooking expenses. 100%. Yeah, no, yeah, keep track of everything, guys. All your receipts and absolutely keep every single receipt. Don't overlook. He's Professor X is right, or Zaphael is right, man. You're most likely overlooking stuff, right? You got to, and that's kind of like, right now where I'm at, like people, if they come to me and they hire me, it's because they want it done and they want it done right. They don't come to me because I'm the cheap guy, okay? They come to me because I'm the guy who's going to get it done on time and I'm going to get it done right for them, okay? There's not going to be any bullshit, okay? But it's going to cost, and it is what it is. I go through lulls where I don't work for some time because of that, but I don't lower my rates. I will if I have to, but you got to put in everything that it costs you, right? And that's so funny because there's always some new guy coming along who forgets to add in all that stuff, and that's he'll get the job, and for a while he'll be like, yeah, I'm making money, but then at the end of the year when you're like, oh man, I actually didn't really make that good of money. Oh yeah, caulking and fire stop. Yeah, they like for sure. That's all different stuff. Yeah, you're right, Professor X. Yep. Yeah, unions. Like my experience working with unions were haven't like in this business is not good. In working with film, the unions were fantastic, but working for unions in construction, it wasn't very good because you're not learning the fastest, the best way to do things. Like, it's like but the safest. It's definitely the safest place to be though. Like they're definitely safe. That's no doubt about that. But you waste so much time on stuff that you like. I just the days used to drag on. Oh my god, I hated working for the union. The days just I used to get into trouble. They fired me eventually for safety violations, believe it or not, which is so stupid. But anyways, that's how they get you in the union, right? But yeah, you gotta just gotta be careful, man. Yeah, just keep track of everything. Don't forget anything. Make a list of everything it's gonna cost you, and don't break out your prices to the people you're giving quotes to. Okay, give them one lump sum price for everything. Okay, that'll limit the bid shopping. Right, so they're not going to take your quote around and try to shop you. Like, hey, can you do this and beat that price? Can you do that? Can you do that and beat that price? Don't do that. Put it all in one number, okay? And never break it out. Never break it out. Nope. Not unless it's like you're talking millions of dollars and they want a certain breakdown, okay? Don't do that because then those big jobs you got to use bid bonds. They got to name their subs and all that stuff. Like you're protected. But if you're just pricing like TIs and little jobs, no, never break out your number. Yeah, I did. I did put an Ethernet out here. Yep. I did. Yep. Yeah, and it's working fantastic. Yeah, I got a terabyte out here now. But yeah, that was the very first thing I did before I built the walls and stuff. I trenched out an Ethernet and I drilled it through the wall down there, and yeah, I did. That was the first thing I did, man. And it's funny because when I was finished, that I was like, I remember cleaning it off of all like the mud or the tape and the blah blah blah, and I taped the end of it, thank God. But yeah, it was great. Yeah, no, I got an Ethernet right out here. You're asking because of the buffering, right? Is it still buffering? I don't know why. I really think it's this area's Ethernet because I never buffered before. When I was just up the street, like in the other neighborhood, never buffered. My streams never ever buffered. It only started buffering when I moved to this neighborhood. So I'm pretty sure it's this area's internet. And I saw them laying new lines too. Last week I seen them digging and laying new lines. So hopefully there's a lot of people who complain about the internet in this neighborhood. Believe it or not, there's everyone in this neighborhood complains about their internet. So lots of times it totally drops even in the house. So that's probably what it is. Yeah. I know, and I love it. Yeah, it's so fast. Yeah, I got a terabyte in here. Yeah, so it shouldn't technically be buffering at all. I built a nice system. Like I got two computers. I got a i9 13900K laptop that I'm running for showing you guys this stuff, right? And then I built myself a big PC there. Cost me $12,000 to build that PC back there, for crying out loud. Right, so I got two really high-end systems to run the stream. It shouldn't be buffering on my end. It's definitely got to be the internet in the neighborhood, right? So, man, that was so nice of Hylos, bro. That just really blew my mind. That made my day, actually. That was cool, man. Yeah, it was really nice. I've never got that many super chats before. That's awesome. What a really, really nice guy. I appreciate that. And Jelly Duck, too, celebrating his 40th month as a member today. That's sick, man. But, no, that's super nice. Super, super nice. A gigabit? Oh, maybe a gigabyte. Yeah, you're right. I think you're right. Yeah, is it a gigabyte? Yeah. It's a gigabyte. Yeah. Sorry, you're right. Yeah, could you imagine if it was a terabyte? Holy shit. Super, right? Yeah, it's a gigabit. Yeah, you're right. Because I remember I had 300 megabytes at first, and then I upgraded to the full gigabit. Yeah, you're right. It's gigabit. Yeah, that's right. Right on, Victor. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, dudes. What else was I gonna say? I forget, of course. But yeah, and the heat pump is working really awesome too. I got it's an 18,000 BTU heat pump in here, and it's way overkill for this space, especially because the walls are a foot thick, double layer 5/8 all around. It's fully polyed, insulated. Like it's really and the caulking too. I put a fire caulking all the way around. I filled that 1.25 inch gap. Like I filled it all the way around with fire caulking. It's super sealed in here. So, it keeps it warm in the winter, and I do run it a few times in the summer. Like the air conditioning, not much because it stays cool most of the time. But in the hottest days, like I do run it like 3-4 times in the summer. No big deal, but it's a little pricey. I think it's like about $300 a month to run it though in the winter. But that's like we hit -40, right? And it's blasting all like 24/7, right? So it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Yeah, for sure they would. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, can you imagine a terabyte? Well, I guess one day it'll be a terabit, right? Hmm. Oh, that was awesome, man. Yeah, I don't think I missed anything I really wanted to talk about. Like I said, I'm just trying to shake the cobwebs, and get back into it, and I'm going to hey, Christian Henson! Is my audio too low? It's probably because I'm sitting down now, actually. That's why I'm usually standing up. Yeah, it's probably because I was sitting down away from my microphone. But yeah, how you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Yeah, I was just saying, Tokyo Drew was in here earlier, man, and saying I'm gonna definitely run a fundraiser for him soon, really soon. I told him, I said I need to get back to work because I'm kind of broke, so I need some cash to donate. So, but once I get some money back in my pocket, I'm gonna do a fundraiser for him. So, Codeman Studio guys too, yeah, hit the guy who ran him over and killed him, pled guilty or no contest, sorry, and he was let free till his sentencing in April. So we're just hoping he doesn't like skip the country or anything like that. I don't know what's up with you guys, but your legal system in the United States is really weird. The guy was convicted of killing somebody, and they let him go till sentencing. Like, how does that make any sense? You know what I mean? Like, the guy's looking at 15 years, and they let him go for a month or two. Like, if I was him, I would just bail the country. To be honest with you, like, you know, I mean, I don't think he was originally from. I don't think he's originally American. Like, he's from somewhere else. Oh, so the thickest wall I ever dealt with. I would say I've done 8-inch, like, 8-inch steel stud plus 5/8 on the one side, and then half-inch drywall, 8-inch stud, and then there would be like 5/8 or half-inch Dens glass, but then there would be like double layer, like a Z-bar with insulation. So you got 2 4-inches, so that's 14, 15, and then your cladding, so I'd say 18 inches thick would probably be the biggest system. Yeah, I'm sure they would have to, eh, Zaphael? Yeah, right on. Yeah, hanging from a ceiling. Yeah, not today, buddy. Yeah, right on. But so yeah, I'd say about 18 to 20 inches thick. I would think would be the thickest steel stud wall I've ever dealt with. And that's with double layer Z bar and like we'll say corrugated cladding, and Dens glass, membrane, and then half-inch drywall on the inside. But yeah, the Z bar would be 2 inches each, plus an inch of airspace, so it's 5 inches. So it'd be 8 plus 5, 13, and then you got your drywall. So 14 and a quarter, we'll say. Yeah, and then 3 inches for the corrugated. So yeah, 18 inches. 100%, absolutely, yes, Victor. Yes, you do. So what you want to do is it's really important to do these few things, okay? You gotta qualify things, okay? So qualify your quote. So what I mean by qualify is specifically say what you're quoting and what you're not quoting, okay? So for example, I do all the steel stud, but I don't do fire stop. So I'm going to say this is for the steel stud framing, including layout, drywall, insulation, taping to a level 4. Okay, if there is specified level 5 and I've priced it, I will say and including the level 5. But if there's no level 5, you'll say level 4. If it's just fire taping, I think it's like level 1. But you will say also what kind of insulation. So whether it's batt or semi-rigid, okay, so like Roxol or thermofiber, okay, you want to specify batt, because if you price batt and they give you Roxol, well, Roxol is harder, so you got to charge more for that. Okay, so you gotta put your inclusions and exclusions in the quote. You got to say this is my preferred payment terms. Okay, so I'm going to bill you. I'll bill you when material is on site. I'm billing you for the material. Minus like less a 5-10% holdback. Okay, there's always going to be a holdback. And then you say I'm gonna bill you. I'm gonna bill you on the 15th. Like I like to bill once a month, but when I was kind of broke in starting, I would bill twice a month. So I would bill on the 10th and 25th and I wanted to be paid on the 15th and 1st. Okay, and then late payment is like 4% every whatever, a day or whatever. Late payment, you're gonna charge interest, sure. And then like you definitely want to lay it all out, man. Lay it all out, even if it's just on an email, right? And you send it, and then they sign it or approve it, whatever. Just get it approved somehow. Good contractors will type up a contract and get a contract signed with you, but for example, most of the work I do, I don't get contracts. It's just like I'll quote it, the guy will say, we'll accept it, we'll sign off on just like just an email thing, like saying, yep, I'll accept the price, blah blah blah, or whatever. But yeah, especially when you're working with new people too, like you want to get it straightened out. But yeah, and there's no problem with any of that. That's perfectly normal. Yeah, you bet. 4 foot plus walls? Oh, you mean thick? Aw. That's cute. But yeah, no, you bet, brother, you bet. Well, like I said, I should go in and check in on the girl. My daughter's, like I said, she's in there. She's not feeling well, so. But yeah, that was good. That was well over an hour. That was almost 2 hours actually. So that's good. That's a good stream, man. Felt good. But yeah, I want to thank you guys for coming today, and like I said, I'm gonna keep streaming, and like I said, I do talk mostly about like pricing and bids and stuff, and going over drawings and that on my streams. So yeah, this is a great time, especially when I'm in the studio here and not on site. But yeah, like I always document the jobs that we're working on and stuff, and yeah, I try to answer as many questions as I can. And, leave me comments, send me emails if you guys have questions. I try to get back to everybody. But yeah, you're very welcome, Victor. And chicken soup, baby. Yeah, I'm gonna go make her something. Make sure she's good. Where is my? Did I close it? The music site? I might have. I must have. But yeah, everyone, yeah, epidemic. What's going on here? What's going on? But yeah, no, and again, man, Hilo's brother, yeah, thank you so much for your generous donations today. I really appreciate that. Yeah, Professor X, man, always gas having you in. Christian Hansen, brother, good to see you, my man. Yeah, Jelly Duck 2 on his 40-month anniversary. That's really cool, man. Tokyo Drew popped in. That's awesome. What a good crowd today, guys. I know I really appreciate you guys. Do you have? I do have my outros working. Sort. I don't have my credits, but I am gonna do an outro. You'll see. Yeah, you'll see. You can probably start to hear the music here in a second. But yeah, you guys take care, man. I'll see you very, very soon. I'll schedule the next stream over the next couple days, and yeah, I'll let you know on an update where we're at, and we'll go from there. Bye for now, guys.